gotta thank you on behalf of my wife. You've made her a very happy woman.
I'm happy.
Rebecca, hallelujah.
True.
Thanks, Kody, for all of this that I can get new furniture.
He was talking about Robin.
Why does it feel like this is a filler episode? Why does it feel like TLC got rid of a lot of stuff in order to sort of scrounge around and come up with, these scenes of Meri's brother-in-law and sister picking up couches and Christine venue shopping, because it doesn't make sense? And the audacity for Kody to expect Meri to be crying and miserable. Meri's at peace. She's had years to process this, so you'll have to suck it up. She's not crying over him. She's moving on and she's ready to live her life as a single woman. Anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. It's Valerie. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, share, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, season 19, episode 7. So you have Meri. She's now leaving to go to Parawan. Obviously, she's leaving Flagstaff. She hasn't really lived there, I think, because she's been sort of in between places. And her brother-in-law and her sister come to her to sort of pick up some stuff because she's giving away some of her belongings from Flagstaff because she feels she doesn't need them, which makes sense. You're moving away from a relationship. You don't need reminders. If people want to come and, have a car boot sale or come and grab, hey, to each their own. And so she has a conversation sort of letting them know that things are final and she is moving permanently for now to Parawan, so she wants to get rid of everything in the house. Her sister's sort of questioning that, it seems strange that you're packing up because you've lived here for a long time, which we have seen her in that house on and off for some time since before COVID. They get to discussing the conversation about the marriage and where things stand with Kody. And Meri sort of brings up the fact that apparently, they had a conversation and they're trying to pinpoint when the marriage actually failed. And for me, the marriage failed, I think, the moment Robin came into the family. Because Robin came in with a prescription. What I mean is she came in with demands of what she wanted. The fact that she lived on her own in her own house until they moved to Vegas. And then when she came to Vegas, she came with her niece or someone or her cousin to look after her children. And then Kody had to spend so much time with her. She needed so much time for, for honeymoon and stuff. So I feel like that's when their marriage started breaking. Not only just her marriage with Kody, but all the marriages. And so by the time Kody and Robin were cemented in their relationship, that's when I feel, yes, the catfishing stuff happened, but I am suspicious because I've seen some conspiracy theories that they might have played that on Meri, actually, Kody and Robin, because they might have had some knowledge because apparently Robin's family member or cousin or someone was coming to her and telling her details of the catfishing. So they show a clip of Meri signing over her legal divorce, and Meri actually reveals that, some of my sister boys were worried about things changing, and they actually did. And in my opinion, this was all a plan set in motion by Kody and Robin. They knew they wanted Robin to be the legal wife. And Robin must have been pushing Kody that I can't stay in this marriage if I don't have anything official to say I am your wife because I'm the last one coming in. What if they all decide, that I'm not having anything? And so I feel like they tricked Meri into the divorce by saying that Kody wanted to adopt Robin's children, because you can adopt without a legal marriage. Single people have been known to adopt, so I don't get why. And Janelle was right to say things are going to change because they've always said, I said this last week, irregardless of their issues with Meri, Meri has always been fair to their sister wives. And so things changing under Robin is not a surprise because Robin has always been about herself, irregardless of the fact that she didn't contribute anything, maybe financially, to the family when she first came in. And so the idea that now she's now the legal wife should contribute anything doesn't make sense outside of the fact that she is now in a more secure position because she now has the legal marriage. And you see a clip of Meri actually crying, and she says, Kody says there were never any good times, and he's in his confessional saying, this marriage was very toxic from the start and things didn't work out and whatever. And it's like, this video footage, and TLC are naughty because they actually play clips of Kody sort of hugging his wife, kissing his wife. And so it's like, what do you mean there were no good times? We're looking at you having an amazing time with your wife. We are looking at you riding a motorcycle. We're looking at you cuddling your wife. So what do you mean there were no good times? And at that time, you were already with Robin. So you can't say that you hadn't yet experienced a good marriage in order to know what a good marriage feels like. They played Meri. They really did play Meri, and I think it was a long game in the sense that they knew they were going to get legally married and kick Meri out. And in order to do that, they came up with a catfishing situation. That way they could find an excuse as to why they wanted to get rid of Meri, or find an excuse as to why they wanted to guilt Meri. And I think they expected Meri to continue to stay in the marriage because they knew she was loyal, and her staying only fulfilled their plan or their goals. And this is why Robin is now saying, oh, I've given up. Yes, Meri going to Perron is hurtful for me, but I've given up on it because she deserves to be happy. She deserves to be happy because you've managed to milk every single thing that you wanted out of her. You were hoping she'd continue to contribute to the family pot, and when she said no, we're exes, we're done, now you're happy to let go of her, and you're now holding on to Janelle because you want somebody else to contribute to the pot so that you can live your lavish lifestyle. So you have Christine and David. They go with Truly, Isabel, and David's son to look at a venue for their wedding. And it's like they've been dating for like 6 to 8 weeks, and they're already looking at, okay, I understand people say, when you know when you start dating someone, whether you're going to marry them or not. But I think I am with Isabel that this is moving too fast. I know they're now married. She seems very happy, at peace, and she's glowing, but still, it was a bit way too fast. I understand the reservations from all the other kids that this is moving way too fast. Why are you going 100 miles an hour? Christine seems very happy. He seems very happy. He said that he wanted someone who enjoyed the same things as he does. Christine has always had that nurturing spirit. So for him to say he likes the way she takes care of him, she likes the way she's ABC, she's always been that. And I think this is why she was sort of like very respected or very loved in the Brown family, in the sense that she was the mother who did all the cooking, the baking, looking after children, while all the mothers were sort of running around looking for money and stuff. Whereas Robin didn't have a role in that family. But I think these are the qualities that David is appreciating that sadly Kody didn't seem to appreciate. I know Janelle was more sort of about bringing in the bacon, like bringing in the finances. Meri did a bit of both. But Christine was always, that wife that had the motherly gene in her. So I get why he appreciates her. Obviously, Isabel is expressing her reservations. Although she likes his children, she likes how David treats her mother, but she's still saying this is a bit too fast. I think she is justified, because if she came home and said to her mom, I've met a guy that I want to marry in 6 weeks, her mom would have questions. And sadly, because her mom is older, Christine's argument is that I'm 50 years old, I don't have time to waste. And so if she's happy, amazing for her. Kody said, he's heard that Christine's dating and, she's found her soulmate. And so he would be sad if she had stuck with him when her soulmate was out there. And it's like, Kody, keep quiet. It's not like you're doing her any favors. You're only doing that to try and sort of look good in the eyes of the viewers, but you've treated her badly. You continue to say she was, polygamy royalty. That's why you married her and she really wanted to come into your family, as though you did her a favor by marrying her, when she could have easily married anyone she wanted, but she agreed to marry you because she felt there was a connection there. So please keep quiet. This is awkward. Ox galore. So you have Kody reverse the trailer because you have Meri's sister and brother-in-law come to pick up Meri's living room furniture because they want to take it. And so you have the brother-in-law sort of saying to Kody, thank you very much for making my wife happy, because, as a result of your divorce, my wife gets to inherit Meri's old furniture. And Kody's like, oh, well, it's nice that I've made one woman happy. And it's like, Kody, you're your own worst enemy. You're your own worst enemy, because you're the one who's been saying these very malicious and very sort of nasty things about your ex-wives. Yes, relationships fail. Yes, people move on. But had you not said some of the most vindictive and malicious stuff about Meri, Janelle, and Christina, they would have left you happily and you'd have continued to have sort of mutual cordial relationships. But because you've gone about saying some of the nastiest things, this is why you're in the position you're in. And Meri's is at peace, because she's saying to Kody, I've asked my sort of my sister and brother-in-law that they have to split allegiance, so they have to choose who they want between the two of us. They can't have the two of us in the divorce. And it's like, oh well, it doesn't have to be. What do you mean it doesn't have to be like that? You are the author of your destiny, as you said. You're the one who came up with all this silliness. You're the one who sort of strung Meri along. And I'm actually surprised that her family are very or her sister, you can tell her sister's annoyed at him, but she's trying to sort of be respectful because she knows Meri is at peace. And so I don't know. The fact that he said, things happen, divorce happens when Sunny and Cher, and it's like, we don't need to hear about Sunny and Cher anymore. Let's move on from that. That's not a good enough excuse for you to say that people continue to stay in marriages just because they're not happy. For him to say, this is final, we're moving on. Yes, you're moving on. I wish the sister had held his feet to the fire that I don't like, the way you treated my sister. I don't like the fact that you wasted her time for years and years and years, knowing that you didn't like her. For him to sit in his confessional and continue to say, I was married to these 3 women and I never loved them. I feel like he's trying to do that for the benefit of Robin. I think he's trying to say to Robin, had you showed me love, I was in these relationships that were nothing. I was just going through the motions. And then when you came, you changed my idea of love, my view on relationships. And thank you. You're amazing. You're this, that, and the other. And so for the OG3 to say that this is not the man we married, they are right. He's not the man they married. He's a man who's trying to appease his current wife. He's the man who's trying to sort of villainize all his other wives just because he wants his wife to come out as the angel. I don't get it. Even the clip of him and Robin sort of talking about, oh, I feel sorry that I sold you a vision of the big family. She never wanted to be a part of the big family. Never once. If she wanted to be a part of the big family, she would have tried to sort of come into the family, not with rules and regulations, but come in, see what was going on, and then find her own space in the family. But she came into the family with rules, with how she wanted her children treated, how she wanted to be accepted in the family. And when people didn't play to her tune, she then decided to throw a fit. And here you are. Now you're divorced from your other 3 wives. I'm going to say, Colin, I think TLC didn't have material to play, so they decided to use material from Christine and David sort of venue shopping to sort of fill in the time, because it doesn't make sense why they're so go looking at venues, because they looked at the first venue, they didn't like it, and they looked at the second, and the second venue, if I remember very well from their wedding special, that's where they got married. Obviously they still have their kids in tow, and the kids are very uncomfortable. They keep piling on the PDA. Christine is happy, she's at love. She's found what she's always been craving for. So I get it. David, he seems happy as well. His son and Isabel are struggling with the constant PDA. And I wish they would tone it down a bit if they find that their children are uncomfortable with it. But they're saying they are in love and they're not going to stop. Truly, I think Truly is just after attention, because she kept trying to break their hands apart. And I think she's just wanting them to sort of remember that she's there, more or less. I think that's what she's trying to imply. Christine is talking about the fact that during her wedding to Kody, it was just a formality. She didn't get to walk down the aisle. It's something that was hidden, something that was very somber, because that's what their church preaches, even though it's a church about polygamy. And Kody is going on, it was a very sad day because it was an obligation for me just to marry Christine. I already had 2 wives and I felt obligated to marry Christine. And it's like, you could have said no. You could have said no and waited for somebody else. You were not forced into marrying Christine. Why are you rewriting history? If you were forced into marrying Christine, why didn't you drop her at the first opportunity? You went on to have 6 children with her, which means you must have found her attractive enough to go to bed with, at least. And then you have Janelle sort of co-signing to say, in their religion, their weddings are not celebrated. It's only the first wife that gets to get everything she wants, but everybody else is not as celebrated as much as the first one. And Janelle didn't even have a wedding dress, because we remember she was wearing black and Kody was wearing black. And it was all done at Kody's mom's house. I don't know whether Meri was actually aware that this wedding was taking place, because I think the main reason why Meri and Janelle had issues is because of the fact that Janelle was once married to Meri's brother, and so it's going to be difficult for anyone, let us be honest, for your brother's wife to come and marry your husband. Make it make sense. That doesn't make sense, and I still don't get it. And then you have Mrs. Righteousness saying, oh, my wedding wasn't about myself. It was because Kody, said he didn't feel great about the fact that he had to shy away from his previous marriages. So he wanted to celebrate this one. This is why I went ahead with the plan. And, it wasn't about me. And it's like, Robin, please. You and Kody went and got this massive dress. You and Kody had this massive venue. You and Kody had a 2-week honeymoon. So please keep quiet. How did that benefit everybody else outside of you and Kody? Make that make sense? So you have, Kody, and he's sort of surprised because Meri is at peace. Meri is laughing. Meri is happy. Her sister's there. You can see that her sister is more upset than Meri is. Meri is not bothered about what Kody is up to or whatever. She's laughing. She's cheerful. He's saying, oh, it seems very lighter. I'm surprised that Meri and I are getting along. We're able to joke. We're able to laugh. And it's like, of course, you've wasted enough of her time, and she refuses to waste any more time being miserable over you. That's why she's happy. That's why she's at peace. And if you are struggling to process that, then that's your own business. That has nothing to do with her. That really has nothing to do with her. And so it's interesting in this episode that you have both sort of ex-wives moving on with life. They're very happy. They don't care about Kody. And then you have Kody and his wife sort of still crying, oh, why us? He sold me the idea of a big family. The family is gone. I'm not ready to let go of the wives. And it's like, well, you're not ready to let go. They are ready to let go. Nobody wants to live as a second-class citizen in their marriage while you are enjoying the fruits of their labor, because Kody is going to make sure that you're very well taken care of. So what's the point of all the other sister wives staying where they are miserable and you are happy, you are at peace, you have your husband live with you, and they are there living on their own, being punished every time you complain about them? Make it make sense? Anyway, I digress. Thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from episode 6. Bye guys.